We are going to discuss about websites and web technologies. Now, website is nothing but it's a collection of web pages. Website is a collection of web pages, and all these web pages which make one website are identified by one common domain name. Like, for example, your Facebook login might be facebook.login. When you are viewing your information, it might be Facebook slash username equal to Hina. Or if you're viewing somebody else profile, it might be Facebook slash username equal to Isabel. So like this, whatever my pages that are whatever are my pages related to one website, they are accessed by a common domain name. And this website can be accessed via the internet using http/https protocol. HTTP refers to hypertext transfer protocol and https refers to hypertext transfer protocol secured. So https is mostly used for banks and uh, all those secure applications. HTTP is used for general websites. Now there are certain core technologies which make up HTML, that is the web page, that is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Now, HTML helps to decide the overall structure. Where is the menu bar going to be? Where is the uh, what is going to be the header? What is going to be the footer? How is going to be the organization of the page? Should I horizontally stack or vertically stack my home page, or how should the items appear? Everything is going to be the overall structure of the page is decided by HTML. CSS helps to present it, helps to beautify it. Like, for example, how should the font be? Now, for let's say all the products that gets loaded in your shopping list, I mean, like all your e-commerce websites, you will see that all follow a common font, common formatting of price information, common formatting of it's available or not, or so on. That is CSS. Helps to maintain uniformity and helps in presentation. The last one is JavaScript. Now, JavaScript is finally what decides behavior. Like, for example, consider I'm doing some validation, or I'm performing some simple calculation, or a simple function like, let's say if I'm booking movie tickets, then as I click on two, it helps me to select two movie tickets, two seats. All such uh, behavior or interactivity. So all this is available at our end, that is at the client's end. But there is also a server. Now, server is something that is actually uh, that's actually helping us. That's one system which is actually helping us interact with these HTML pages. First of all, as soon as I click on this facebook.com, it sends that particular page to me to my browser window. So that is the first information. It sends information it sends information from the server to the client machine for the client to view. Apart from that, let's say I want to book two tickets. Now, somewhere in the database, it is getting stored that Patrick has booked two tickets on this particular date. Now, this information has to be stored from client to the server in some database. Database is nothing but consider it's a collection of tables. So there is a list of information like uh, which movies are available where, and then after that uh, those I access those, and then I say that Patrick would want to watch a movie at this particular place on this date and this time. So now that is basically the client server model. Client is requesting the services and server is a system which fulfills those services. So first of all, client request for the pages. Then client might buy something, might book tickets, or might perform any of these actions. And the server will give a confirmation if this is done or not. So now every time that we develop a website, there are going to be two sides to it. One is the client side and the other one is the server side. Server side basically helps to push like to push information, like to let's say I might publish like this Spider-Man movie is getting telecasted, or uh, it's getting telecasted at this particular movie theater or somewhere. So there, first of all, there is one admin who is displaying such kind of information, and then there is client who is accessing this information and booking the tickets. Or to give you another example, somebody is posting that on Amazon this particular product is available, and then after that there is a client who is actually accessing this information. So now there are certain essential components which enable web access, that is the domain or the DNS, human readable address. Okay, any system in the internet is accessible only with the help of an IP address. On the internet there are so many systems which are accessing information. What if I, let's say, instead of sending information about movies, instead of sending information to Patrick's system, what if I send to Christopher's system? And to Christopher, who wanted e-commerce information, I have sent that to wrongly to Patrick's system. But that does not happen because each and every system is accessible using IP address. IP address is nothing but it's a 4 octet notation, like 192.68.48.5, something like this. And it helps to uniquely identify each system such that there is no confusion during interaction. But it becomes very difficult to humans to remember these numbers. If I want to remember google.com, or if I have to remember 192.58.46.55, we all understand what is feasible. So now we go for domain name or the DNS. Now this DNS translates all these human readable address to the IP address so that it can travel across the network and finally reach the needed system. The server hosts the website, so there is certain storage space that's needed for the server. And while we do all this, so there are certain security protocols which are needed for encryption, so that our data is not tampered with. So here we have certain security protocols that are being followed while all this transmission takes place.